Okay, so I'm going to create a new note and I'm going to show you my tips and tricks on how I do my homework and give examples of the notes that I already have. So to begin, you'll see this is a brand new note that I just created, and down here is your toolbar. So you have your text, you have your pencil, you have your highlighter, eraser, scissors, hand, microphone to record your class notes or whatever you want to record. It'll go straight into Notably. Here's the plus sign. You can have your photos, your camera. So if you want to upload photos from your iPad, you can do that. You could take a picture and it'll go straight onto Notably. You could scan a document with your camera on your iPad and it will go straight onto Notably. You can do little funny GIFs on here. You can do, I guess you could do web clips. I never actually used this setting before. I'll add a web clip with drag and drop or copy and paste from Safari. Oh, that's pretty neat. Okay, you can do that as well. You can add sticky notes on here, and if you want to delete that, you just go to the text button, click on it, and just click delete. What else can you do? You have your settings or your utilities. You can change the color paper you want. We have all these pretty little papers on here. You can change the grid lines however you want to use it. I'm going to use the plain and I'm going to go back to white for this tutorial. And I don't think this is anything special, these buttons. Now if you want to flip through the pages, so you had like 20 pages on here, you could navigate your pages, or you could find something specific on here as well. Okay, so I'm going to close that back out. Okay, so if you want to put your homework in your notes, first thing you want to do is screenshot your notes from your homework and the solution from wherever you have it. If you have the solution, you just take a picture of it from wherever you got it. If it's online, if it's a physical book, if it's in class, just take a picture of it. If you have an iPhone, you could airdrop it to your iPad and upload it to Notably because it'll be in your photos. Everything I typically do is typically in my photos, or I take a picture of it from my iPad. What else? So I'll give you an example. So I'm going to iCollege. Well, actually, I should go to my book first. So here's my book. Here's my problems that I need to do. And I just go ahead and screenshot from the book. So now I have that. Then I go to iCollege, go to the solutions if the teacher posted the solutions online. And I'm just gonna rotate it for video purposes. Now, just make it big enough so you can see it. And if you don't know how to screenshot, you just hold the power button. Well, at the same time, you hold the power button and the home button and just click it at the same time. So 1, 2, 3, boom. Now you have a screenshot. Okay, so now go back to Notably. Go to the plus button at the bottom. Okay, I guess my keyboard just wants to pop up every time, but that's fine. So, okay, so you can just drag the photos. It's better to drag it onto the screen because you could place it wherever you want. So if I want to place it here, wherever you want, you could just drag it and paste. If you click on select, then it's just gonna stack your images on top of each other and you gotta move them. Okay, so here's my problem, here's my solution. Now I'm just gonna crop down to number 1. And you could zoom in if you want, if you can't see it. or you could zoom out, but I'm just going to zoom out so because it doesn't really matter. Then you click crop, then just crop it down to the problem that you want. So I cropped it to just number 1 because that's all I want right now. I'm going to do a little bit better cropping. Anyways, so there you have it. That's number 1. Yes, it looks really tiny, but you could always move it and just make it bigger, just like that. And you do the same thing for your solution. If I just want number 1, that's just if you just want number 1 or whatever. And you just crop it. And now you have your solutions. Okay, so if you want to move it wherever, if you want to move it to the next page or copy it, you can do that as well. So say I want number 4 on here. So exit that out. So say I want number 4. I just click on the image again, click copy, and then click paste. And you can do it on your keyboard as well, like click paste. And then from there you're gonna press the crop button and just scroll down to, we'll say number 4. Or you could reset the whole thing, click crop again, and do so as well. You don't have to use that pre-measured section. I couldn't see number 4, so I'm just gonna make that bigger, crop it to number 4, so now that I could see where I'm cropping to. Okay, so now I have number 4, make that bigger as well. And you could change the sizing. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my solution, click copy, click paste. Where'd it go? Oh, it went up here. And then just click crop again, and I'm just gonna, where's number 4? Here. I don't know why it went so big, but don't worry about that. Crop number 4. So here's number 4, click the check mark, and now I have number 4. Again, if I want it smaller and side by side, I can do that as well. So there's number 4, and now I have all my problems. So say I want to handwrite the solution to number 4. I can just click on the pencil button, and from there I can change the colors to whatever I want. You could choose which setting you want it. If you like it a little bit thicker, you click on the one on the left. If you like it a little bit thinner, more natural, then you click on the one on the right. And the thinner you go, the more it looks like natural handwriting, like pen-like or pencil-like or marker. The bigger you go, it's gonna look more like a marker. So I like to have it like up here. It just depends on how big I want to write. So I'm just gonna click on that one for now, and I'm gonna handwrite number 4, well, a part of number 4. So say like I'm gonna write, okay, so you see that looks pretty big. So I'm just gonna go down a notch so you can see it change, I guess, every time. And my iPad goes by how hard you press down, so I may be pressing down pretty hard. Okay, so you see that's pretty thin. So I guess the setting's like thinner than this one. So you just have to play with it and figure out what you like. So I'm just gonna erase all of that. Okay, so say I write out this question, patent value. Okay, and we'll say 45,000. Okay, so say I have this, and I think I wrote it too big because I have a bunch, say I have a bunch of notes and I need to make this text smaller, or let's say I just made this big letter or whatever, or you made the letter too big, or you wrote slanted, or whatever the case may be. So you just go to the scissors button, and for say like I want to shrink down this P, you just circle around it and you could reduce the size. Oh shoot. You can reduce the size, and you just use 2 fingers. You could use 2 fingers this way, or your 2 fingers, whichever way you want. And it'll just go to a normal size. And say you want to, I'm going to erase that P. Okay. Say you want to duplicate what I just wrote. So again, with the scissors button, you just circle around and you click on it. You could duplicate it, and now you have your answer twice. Or maybe you worked out this problem and maybe number 5 uses the same solution and you need it on a different page, then you could just copy and paste it, the information you used. So here's my duplicate. You can always erase it just as you would normally. I use the scissors button a lot, so say like this is too slanted, then I could just move it. I can move it wherever I want, different pages, wherever you need to go. And it becomes very helpful later on. You can also even convert this to text. So see, now it's in regular text. And this is great for when you're in class and maybe you're writing really fast and you need to convert it later. You can convert all your handwritten notes into actual text, so you don't have to type it up again. Okay, you can also, now it's a text box. So now that it's a text box, you can move this wherever you need to have it go. So if you want to change the font on your text, you have it up here, and here's the different fonts you could use. You can go to more fonts and change it to whatever you want. So like Times New Roman is pretty popular. You could change the font size, you could change the color from here, you can bold it, italicize it, underline it, whatever you want to do. And you can also save the preference. So say like if you're using headings on your text, then you could, and I like my headings like red, bold, and underlined, then I could just click on where this heart is and save and save my settings, and you can see like everything saved. I'll just do it again here. Times New Roman, bold it and underline it, and you could choose the size of font, the color, and then it would save. See, it's underlined now. It's underlined at the A, so you can see that's saved, and then B and C are not saved yet. You can also do checkpoints, checklist, and bullet points, and you can change where it is, like if you wanted a middle, side, or whatever. So see, I just made a bullet point. Okay, and you can number it. Oh, here's the checklist, and then you can make a checklist. Okay, and you could take it off as well. You just delete it. Okay, so there you have that. So that's how you use the settings, and that's how you crop your homework out. I'll show you some examples of the notes that I do.